Welcome to another episode of the Subnautica Below Zero series. And I think for this episode, I'm actually going to be building a mini base. Mapez suggested it in the comments of the last video, and I think that does make sense. There's a lot of supplies up here, and it would be nice, because obviously we're going to be heading off in that direction, and I don't know how big that area is, but I do know that past the base that's here seemed like a pretty big area. So it might be nice to have somewhere where we can like resupply or store stuff on land. So I've been spending the entire night waiting for the sun to come up, and I've been looking for where I might want to build the base. I think I kind of want it to be both on land and reach into the water, because I think that the jelly things look really cool. So I was considering like maybe down here. There's not as many of the little jellies. Let's get the sea light on here for a second. So like right here might be nice, but I think that might be directly under the bridge. Oh, but it's this like slope. They may also have some kind of like restrictions on where you can build in this area, so we'll have to see, because they may not want you like running into that. But that might be a fun spot to build, would be right here. I guess I'm going to see what I can do. Luckily there's a lot of titanium over here under these bridges. I saw two little nodes of it. So there's some and there's some. I don't know what my inventory looks like. Ah, yes, that makes sense. And I don't know what Patrick's looks like, but probably much the same. Let's just double check. Hello, tall sir, do you mind? Dang it. Guess we'll get in first, and then get out, and make him crouch. Thank you. Alright, open storage. Ah, not bad. Alright, so I'm gonna see what I can do here. Alright, with a bit of testing, I think I'm gonna want some lithium. So I'm going to head back to the base. That'll also allow me to get rid of some of the extra stuff I'm carrying, like the posters and that kind of stuff. So I am heading back now. Hello, my beautiful base. Don't think the sea truck's in here. No. Okay, let's put Patrick in.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you very much. Alright, so I don't remember what our posters were. I want to get those put away. Okay, first go put the other stuff away, and then we can decorate. Rotate. Input separator, right bracket, left bracket. So, trying to rotate things also scrolls through the hotbar, and I'm trying to see if there's a way to separate those. So far, I'm not seeing a way. I wish you could see what these posters were. Ah, okay. Don't know how to put that. Okay, we'll leave that here for now. I want this one to be in the bedroom because it is the blueprints for the pangolin, spy pangolin. So I think it would be adequate to have it close. There we go. Some motivation pictures there. And then we have a just hang in there. Ooh, maybe when we use this ladder we'll see it. That's not what... I put that on the other one. Let's take this and switch it. What did I just pick up? Yeah, I want those two here. And then a reminder as we set out to just hang in there. Where in the world have I parked the sea truck? Okay. That was my hunch, but... Hey there, buddy. I'm not entirely sure why that's where we left you, but here we are. Okay, everything's good. Let's take the sea truck instead this time. The headlights just do not help much, do they? Just have to kind of alternate between the two. I think I can start surfacing soon. I don't want to run over any penguins or penguins. Penguins? I should probably park the the sea truck somewhere where I won't be getting in my own way. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can build this now. Oh my god, I grabbed the wrong thing, didn't I? I got lithium. I needed lead, didn't I? No! Alright, idea. That tool I forgot existed. So we need one of these. I swear this one vent stops producing as soon as you need it, and you try standing on it. Let's see what happens first. I detect some of this around, or I get back to base. Your answer is base. I got back to base first. That doesn't look suspicious at all. That's definitely not somewhere we need to go. So far, this has been a bit trickier than I anticipated. The problem I'm running into at the moment is getting a hatch that will work. I think it must be the angle of this slope or something that is making it incredibly difficult to work with. I've tried using these compartments to start out and then trying to attach from there. Maybe this will work. But yeah, that's been my main problem so far, is just getting this to work. I'll see how I feel about this as I go.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
For a second my brain's like, oxygen production's not online, but I'm not losing oxygen. How strange. It's because it's above the water. So it's not really a problem. So, I've kind of got it working, but this is the new problem. It looks like my base is swamped. And I don't know if that's just because there's a joint between two things here. Like, if the transition from underwater and above water was like in the middle of a multi-purpose room, if it would still have this problem. I'm unsure. But it is very unfortunate because I can't just ignore that. Like, look at that. So, back to work, I guess. Okay. So it seems like, how many glass I do? I don't have a fabricator in the sea truck yet. So it seems like if the water transition is in a multi-purpose room, you can't see the water. So there's that. Okay, so obviously I've completely redone stuff. I cannot get the entrance here, but I do have an entrance right here. So that might just have to be how it is. I'm going to get some windows. Actually, first I'm going to get a fabricator and some power and see how that fares us. Right, I'm heading back to the base for a couple of things, including gold. Is that copper or gold? Either way, I probably want it. We're low on gold. That's a shock. I feel like I had glass stored somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. I must have used it all. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything I need here. Where am I going? Is that where I need to go? Yeah. When I first started building the base, I was like, it's only like 900 away from the main base. I just feel like that's a bit excessive. Which button makes you go down? Oh, that's the opposite. Oh, that gets you out. Go. Something makes these things... Okay, just drive down, I guess. I think there's a button to make you go lower. But I can't find it. But yeah, I originally thought that maybe the main base was too close. But boy, if I haven't been doing my best to avoid to go back to it, because it does actually feel like a long distance. So definitely a good thing that we're building. Oh, gotta stop petting the cat and pay attention to where I'm driving. Sorry. You really derailed me there, buddy. What was I talking about? Whoop. But yeah, gotta make a new base, I think is the moral of the story I was attempting to tell. Can you get to my base? Nice.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
Nice. Okay. Right. Can't have a door here. I keep wanting to put one in, like, oh, I forgot to put a hatch. No, I just can't. Alright. Let's see how we feel about this location. I can see outside. And then... Ooh. Why are you shivering? You're 100. Stop it, Robin. You're being excessive. Oh my god. Robin's broken. You good? Okay. So that's a fun view. Down here looks kind of nice. I wish their little bells weren't quite so obvious, because if you're outside, it looks more like this, which is kind of what I was hoping for from our base. Getting a dome up on this will look very cool. So I think that's the start of the base. Things I'm going to want: another water filtration system, probably like a coffee machine, probably get some plants growing. Maybe here. I want more storage. What do I need? Titanium. There's a whole lot up above, which we'll be able to use. Do I have more glass still? Because the obvious answer is one of these here. I wonder about that instead, actually. If only this worked. Please. Please just work. But for now, this is what we'll do. That looks so nice. So yeah, that's the start of the base. We're going to want some of the basics in here. What else could we potentially want in this area? I was thinking about one of the observation glass bubble thingies might be nice to have around. So I might have one of those. So yes, if you have a suggestion on how to fix this problem here, let me know. If you think of something that you think is important to have around, let me know. Another thing I have tried is... Oh, smart. Now I can't even go out to try it. So I've tried the T junction. I think this is how I started this whole thing. So I can get an outward exit, but it's just when you would have in the water, there's like no stairs up to it. So I guess, which one would you guys do? Would you do the straight piece with the hatch facing down into the water, or would you have this floating one? Curious what you would do. I wish there was like stairs I could add, but I guess it would probably face the same problem anyway, so yeah, that's the start of our base. I didn't really get much done, even though I've been working on it for an hour and a half. But it was very tricky getting it to do what I wanted, plus not have the water visible in the base. So it took me longer than anticipated, but I think this is a good thing to have, and it'll be nice to have a place to store stuff, fabricators, places to get warm, all of that stuff. So if you have any suggestions, if you have any ideas on what to do with this here front, let me know. But until next time, hope you have a wonderful day.